Welcome to another episode, guys. My name is Samantha Mahmood, and of course, you are watching Plug TV Live. After the break, I'll be bringing you guys the gist, all the drama that's ensued this week. I'll be unpacking it for you guys, so do not go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. The 13th week of the Big Brother game commenced on a really good note as the housemates led by Omashala celebrated happiness with songs and games. Although there was still friction between some housemates like Tacha and Diane and Tacha and Cindy. Tacha even spent the majority of Sunday evening ranting about the fact that the housemates use her for clout and that she would beat up Diane. She even took it a step further by reminding Big Brother of the alleged poking in the eye by Diane. Diane made it her mission though to avoid Tacha. Imagine then the irritation when she sees Elo eating Tacha's food and also chatting with her. She made her displeasure known so much that Elo had to explain things to Mercy that Diane doesn't like to cook and she was a bit petty in her reaction towards him at times. I know we're all like, why should Diane cook for Elo? Diane is not his wife. But let's not forget that Elo always cooks for Diane, so a little bit of reciprocation wouldn't be bad. Now moving on, Shay won the head of house for this week, and this is the third time this season. I think he has the highest number of head of house wins so far. And ultimate veto power holder Fraud was given the privilege to annul all house nominations and nominate housemates himself. Of course, he couldn't nominate Mercy because she bought immunity. He couldn't nominate Shay because Shay was the head of house, and he couldn't nominate Omashala because Omashala bought immunity from him with 1,000 coins. So he nominated Ike, Elo, Mike, Cindy, and Natasha. Ike was not happy about this and he was ranting about the fact that Fraud had put him up. But I was like, Ike, you're also a game player, so it's a game. May the best player win. Diane and Elo also sat down to discuss their issues, and even though Elo had said earlier to Ike that he was done, it was obvious that both of them could not stay away from each other. Big Brother also granted the housemates permission to leave their marks on the Big Brother wall, specifically at the lounge, and this showcased a lot of the housemates' creativity, like Ike's drawing of Mercy's backside, and Ike's drawing of Diane's portrait, and Amashala's dedication to the housemates as he took his time to draw each of their photos together as a group photo. Although a little bit of drama ensued between him and Tacha after she erased her face from the wall. Omashala was so pissed, and when Big Brother asked him about it, he said he would rather die than draw her face back on the wall. To cool off and distract him just a little bit, Big Brother took he and Mike to the secret room where they enjoyed their movie date courtesy of Showmax. When they returned, they received a text from Oppo and they were given two teams, the green team and the white team. But in the end, it was Omashala and Elo that individually won for themselves 500k each and an Oppo phone for a loved one. The contestants also hosted their first guest for the week, Nollywood actor Chinedu Ikedieze, popularly known as Aki, John Okafor, popularly known as Mr. Ibu, renowned actress Patience Ozokwo that we all call Mama G, presenter and actress Osaz Igadaro, producer Lala Akindoju, and designer Mai Atafo. It was tagged Dinner with the Stars, and it was a more intimate affair as opposed to the parties you are used to having. The floor was opened for questions and answers, advices, and a lot of laughter. They were so stunned and humbled to receive them, and whilst they returned to the house and reminisced over the visit, Big Brother gave them another task for their final wager on Thursday, which was tagged Comedy Night. When it came down to the whole presentation, the top 10 were once again surprised that they had guests, and this time around they were mostly comedians like Bright Okpocha that we all call Basket Mouths, Buchi, I Go Save, Chi Girl, Kojo, Koloman, Titus, Dan the Humorous, and host and producer EK. It was such a hilarious evening, guys. All the housemates did tremendously well, from Mike's stand-up comedy to the talent hunts that had Fraud, Diane, and Shay as judges, and Mercy's making a highlight by dancing, and also Omashala's emceeing skills. The market drama between Fraud, Shay, and Mercy, it was so impressive. The comedians could barely keep a straight face. It was obvious that they really had a good time and maybe would consider working some of the housemates after the show. The contestants were really in high spirits, and I was like, this might just be a drama-free week. But lo and behold, the biggest drama of the entire season was lurking in the corner. Now, the housemates received a scroll from Big Brother, and as usual, It was the sole honor of the head of house to read its contents out to the rest of the housemates. Most of the housemates had already assembled at the lounge, but Mercy and Cindy were yet to join them. Natasha started ranting and saying, "Don't come anymore. In fact, just stay there." Her tone was a bit dismissive, and when Cindy came out, she said, "Mercy said you're stupid." It just started from there because as soon as Mercy came out, an exchange of words between her and Tacha followed. I don't even think they could even hear what Sheyi said because he said they need to clean up the house as they were expecting a guest. Tacha referred to Mercy as an old cargo and shoved Mercy. And Mercy then said, "You smell." This didn't sit down well with Tacha, who followed her to a wardrobe space where Mercy had gone to look for an outfit to wear. She stressed that Mercy wanted to use her for clout because Mercy knows that she's a celebrity. And Mercy said, "I don't know you. What do you mean by celebrity? You are the one who needs to come up." She tried to dismiss Tacha, telling her, "Please go and take care of your body odor. You are an internet beggar." And then Tacha said Mercy had used EK to buy immunity and Mercy was scared of being evicted. Mercy started walking around trying to rub it in Tacha's face like, "Yeah, I'm a finalist." She started twerking and as she turned around and flicked her hair, it hit Tacha on her face. And then she grabbed Mercy's hair and pulled it. Mercy looked up at the camera and the boys who were in the wardrobe space with them and bit her lip like she tried to restrain herself from fighting back. She turned around again and whipped her hair and then she also grabbed it and pushed Mercy. But this time around, Mercy grabbed an iron to hit her, but Marshalla came in between them, shielding Tacha from Mercy's iron and at this point, shielding Mercy from the bottle that Tacha now held. The boys separated them and each of them prepared for the arrival of the guests. It turned out that the guest was no other person but Ebuka. And you know now, when Ebuka visits a house, he has to live with something or someone, and this time around, he evicted Cindy. And just listen, it was as if no one even left because the housemates really quickly just returned back to the whole drama between Tacha and Mercy. Because Tacha was back to shouting and ranting, raining insults on Mercy all over again. Ike took Mercy outside and they did their best to avoid her. She even tried to calm Tacha down by engaging her and interacting over different things with her. Mercy found a bit of distraction in Elo and Diane's issue, and Elo once again complained about Diane's nonchalant attitude toward him. She spoke to Diane about it, and of course Diane had excuses. And yeah, I'm exhausted with these two people fighting today and making up tomorrow. Another exhausting thing was the fact that Tacha refused to let the matter die. She continued ranting and insulting Mercy, I think to the point that Big Brother had had enough, and assembled all the housemates to the lounge. Yes, it was judgment time. And you know in the Big Brother's house, someone is always watching. He replayed back the tape of the earlier incident to the housemates, and Tacha was still feeling herself. Trust me, because I think she expected a strike as usual, but Big Brother was done excusing her behavior. And to our shock, I mean the whole of Africa's shock, Tacha, aka Miss 99 Days, aka Miss No Leave No Transfer, was disqualified from the game. Mercy was so shocked and scared as she awaited her own fate that she even started to cry and wail. I think she realized in that moment that it could all end very quickly. Big Brother was merciful and only issued 2 strikes to her. She was sober and the mood even affected the entire house, even at the arena games where Amashola came out tops as usual. As they returned to the house, their conversations were obviously centered around Tacha's surprising eviction. Shei's reaction was the most hilarious. For someone that claimed to be Tacha's friend, he seemed really pleased to see her go. But to be honest, who wasn't? I really believe that she had it coming. I won't be hearing her insulting anyone anytime soon. But hey, that's my own opinion. Do let me know in the comments section what your opinion is about the disqualification. Do you think Mercy deserved to also be disqualified, or do you think Tacha should have been given just 2 strikes? Well, let me know in the comment section too. The next day, the housemates had to reenact scenes from a movie of their choice, and afterwards, a movie and red carpet show was organized for them, courtesy of Showmax. Awards were given, and the housemates took turns to give mock speeches. Overall, they had a really good time, and it set the tone for the party. The Saturday party was not disappointing because I already expected that it was going to be dry. But the drama between Elo and Diane was entertaining. These two did their best to avoid each other, and when the party was over, Ella wanted to end things in quotes with Diane, but that moment was overshadowed by the eve of Mercy's birthday. The contestants started wishing her happy birthday, and in the end, it made Mercy emotional. She started recounting her life experiences to EK, Elo, and Diane, and how much she'd suffered to get to where she is now, and what she had to go through to graduate. This moment made Diane also emotional. She started crying as she remembered her late father and how she had dropped out of school. It was an emotional evening indeed, but the boys took charge and encouraged them. Elo even made it his duty to watch over Diane, and they even returned back to sleeping on the same bed. Ike's declaration of love and admiration of Mercy was enough to get her back into a good mood as they awaited the eviction night and hopes that they would party afterwards. And speaking of friendship, this week we also saw the bromance between Elo and Sheyi blossom, and also Omashola has developed, should I say, a sudden likeness for Diane. It seems as more housemates leave, the remaining ones have no other option but to bond. Sheyi was the star that graced the Big Brother stage on Sunday as Ebuka evicted both Elozonam and Ike, leaving Mercy in tears. So guys, we have our top 6 and they are Sheyi, Mike, Fraud, Diane, Mercy, and Omashola. Is your favorite housemate still in the game? Well, let us know in the comments section of this post, and of course, let us know who you're rooting for to win the grand prize and walk away as Big Brother Nigeria Season 4 winner. Until next time, I am Samantha Mahmood. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Plug TV Live, and follow us on all social media platforms at Plug TV Live. Goodbye.